Well, you obviously see the thumbnail on the screen. An anonymous $30,000 donation boosts Luigi Mangione's legal defense fund to over 608,000. Now that's dated a little bit because it's now over 720 something thousand. So to many people, he's a cause celeb. You know, he's the cause. He's a cause celeb because he killed an evil, evil man, the head of United Healthcare, Brian Thompson. So many people forget about the murder. No, the murder, that's okay. That's okay. He shot a man in the back with a ghost gun. Again, he's innocent until proven guilty. They have video of it, all right? And they follow the evidence. They connect the dots with the evidence. Many people are saying, oh, he's never ID'd by his face. Okay.
Sure.
That's why we talk about connecting the evidence. I want to play this from a news station.
We've obtained the documents found in Pennsylvania by Luigi Mangione's Blair County attorney, looking to have evidence in his case thrown out.
Mangione was arrested in Altoona in December for his alleged involvement in the killing of the United Healthcare CEO in New York. Brock Owens has the details on the latest legal move in the case and what a legal expert says about the strategy. Brock.
Yes, Sean, Mangione's defense attorney says Mangione was initially told he just looked suspicious when he was beginning to be surrounded by police at the Altoona McDonald's. Now, his defense says law enforcement did not take the proper steps collecting evidence and are challenging if everything from the gun to the written manifesto can be used in court.
In December, United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson's suspected killer was arrested at an Altoona McDonald's. Now evidence collected at the time of the arrest is being challenged.
We believe that when you look at all the facts surrounding that, that the stop, arrest, detention, whatever you want to call it, was illegal. And as a result, we want the judge to exclude, that means prevent the Commonwealth from using that evidence at trial.
The document filed by Luigi Mangione's Pennsylvania attorney, Thomas Dickey, says that includes evidence like the alleged ghost gun, a suspected 3D printed suppressor, and a notebook with Mangione's manifesto. Dickey says there was no warrant for the search and calls it illegal. Local attorney Matt Zatko says the initial search at the McDonald's could have been to protect law enforcement.
I disagree with that because they were there for over 20 minutes. So if they thought there was some kind of threat there about that bag or whatever, no, they probably say that. They always do. But they would have done it then.
Dickey says Mangione was taken into custody and questioned for about 15 minutes before his Miranda rights were read, and says any statement Mangione made should also be thrown out. He also argues that Mangione should not have been taken into custody for providing false identification after correctly identifying himself. But another law expert says he disagrees.
Absolutely. I mean, once they've identified him as the wanted suspected killer out of New York, there's an absolute obligation to take him into custody.
Dickey says he's looking forward to their day in court, and another attorney says the challenge filed may work for the defense.
It's quite possible that the things that were found in that bag could be suppressed and could be not allowed into his case in both Pennsylvania, and it would apply to New York as well.
Mangione faces charges in Pennsylvania, New York, and at the federal level. Dickey tells me he is often in contact with the New York defense team, and that evidence will be challenged in New York as well.
So the big question here, Mike, is, first of all, most people that follow us and follow true crime, they don't know the law vis-a-vis stop, question, and frisk. And notice I called it stop, question, and frisk, not stop and frisk, as the media and these attorneys calls. This attorney is representing Luigi Mangione. Of course, he's going to find fault with everything the police did. But it would be ridiculous if police were required to approach someone that is reportedly the suspect from a murder in New York City. And this is coming from a third party. This is coming from a call to 911. The guy that is wanted for the murder of CEO Brian Thompson in New York, we believe he's in McDonald's. What human being, whether police or not, would approach someone that just murdered someone and approach someone with not the most amount of caution, that we discussed this off the air, my gun would be out approaching Luigi Mangione. And guess what? If it wasn't Luigi Mangione, I'll dust him off. I'll apologize to him and he'll be on his way. But guess what? It was Luigi Mangione.
That's right, Bill. You know, Mr. Dickey is entitled to his opinion, and that's fine. That's his job as a defense attorney. He wouldn't be doing his job. He wouldn't be zealously advocating for his client, Luigi Mangione, if he did not try and suppress every bit of evidence. If I was in Mr. Dickey's case, I would be doing the same exact thing. That's his job. But let's look, as you say, let's look at the encounter. The Altoona PD responding officer is responding to an 911 call of a man who looks possibly like the wanted guy that is whose picture is all over the nation at this point, because I think the homicide occurred, you know, a week and a half earlier. So therefore, he's going to that thinking, okay, I know what the picture looks like. I've seen it a million times. I have somebody who's a witness who says they think that there's a guy in Altoona McDonald's who looks an awful lot like the suspect. I get there. What do I see? I see a young male with dark hair in his, like, maybe in his 20s. Boom. That's four things right there that convince me as a reasonable police officer that this may indeed be the guy. It's not an 80-year-old geriatric World War II veteran with a cane, you know, who's in a wheelchair. No, this is totally different. I got the male, I got the age, I got the gender, I got the physical description, I've got the hair color, maybe the eye color, because you could see that on some of the photos. And I approach him. I'm going to have my gun out. I'm going to point it at him. Like you say, you make a lot of stop, question, and frisk. People don't realize how many stop, question, and frisks are done on a daily basis by police officers. We don't arrest every single one of them. A lot of times, maybe 1 out of 6 or 1 out of 7, do you actually have the right guy? Because there's a lot of people who have